It's Diane Evans here with stampingwithdiane.com. I'm an independent Canadian Stampin' Up demonstrator here in the interior of British Columbia. So it's my Wednesday and it's my Mystery Wednesday. And this is where, when I do go live on certain occasions, especially for my mystery and my sketch challenges, the reason I do go live is to enable you and to show you different ways and hopefully help you, inspire you to create, to become stampers on your own. So basically, what I do, I've changed up my mystery challenge, and what I've done is I have taken where I take three things from your that probably you all have in your craft room, and you can develop and make a card on your own using those three clues. And then what you want to do is then on my Facebook group, which you can find the link down below here, you will post that a picture of your card. And then I do a random draw at the beginning of the month. And just for full disclosure, as far as Facebook and YouTube is concerned, it's no affiliation with them at all. It's on me. And if by any chance you live in Canada, I will send you a stamp set or give you a stamp set. And if you live outside of Canada, just due to Stampin' Up rules, I would send you a tutorial because I cannot send product. In any event, you guys, the clues today are whimsical, animal, and texture. I had to think about that third one because sometimes when I throw certain things in there, I'm not too sure why I've done that, but I've just gone ahead and done that. In any event, just beware this is also part of a live presentation. So if I am talking and talking with different people when they do come on here, that's all part of live. And what happens is that they may have a question that you have as well. And basically, it just gives you a chance to learn something that maybe you want to learn. Now, another thing that I always do when I am on these lives is I do encourage you not to use something that I have used. I try to encourage you to use something that's totally different. And then that way, that gives you and that does inspire you to do it. So, good afternoon, Kay, Lorraine, and Kathy. Awesome. So we are going to use this. Now, this is a sneak peek of a new online exclusive that's coming on November the 7th. So if you are not a demonstrator, you can get this as of November the 7th. And these are the cutest things. And to me, this is whimsical. This shows it it's that, and plus also something, one other thing that I'm going to do on here. I think it kind of adds to it. It's cute. It's not maybe that whimsical, but I'm going to make it a little bit whimsical with there. Now, hello, Kathy. The other thing that you want to do is when I create these cards, like I say, I want to see your cards, and it'll be kind of fun. Now, I am going to be using my Stampin' Blends, and this, I'm going to show you a technique today also with those Stampin' Blends that you may not have known. And this is when I was certified with the alcohol markers, that basically it's a technique that I learned and I love this technique. So I thought it'd be really fun to play around with it. So I'm just going to bring that in. Now I do have, let's see, let's just come in and let's get started on this card. I wanted to use something, I thought the color is also going to add to whether or not it's on that whimsical sort of type idea. So I am using Pool Party, and my texture that I've used is that thatched one from the basic embossing folders. Now these basic embossing folders, and I want to bring that up, and I can see I don't even have a light on here. It has a thatched sort of look with it, and these are also found on the online exclusives. Hello, Felicia. So I cut this just down. It's 4 by 5 1/4, and I just wanted to layer that onto this card. I didn't want to have too much. I want to really focus on the the um, the animal that I'm going to use. Now, when I look at this, I think, oh my goodness, I know this has a birthday cake on it, but would this not be a cute Easter thing? To me, this reminds me of a Canadian beaver, cute little, I think this is like a hamster, and we've got a cat, and of course this bear. And yeah, reminds me of Winnie the Pooh, right? But not quite. Winnie is a little bit more, little bit different. In any event, I'm not even going to put this on. I have a piece for the inside, and then I've got a scrap piece. And then this is going to be my front layer. I'm going to really make it quite a bit smaller on there. So let's just put that off to the side. And it's this bear that I want to use. So because I am using the Stampin' Blends, I'm going to go ahead and I am going to use my Memento ink. And we'll just stamp that. Now, I always say, if you're going to be cutting this out, and you know, if sometimes when you are cutting things and you go to cut it and you've colored it already, you get discouraged because it's actually moved in your cut and emboss machine. A way to go around that is to cut it out first. So I've gone ahead and I've cut it out. And then look at these dies that go with that. I'll just put that off to the side. Now, what I want to do is I want to come in and I want to protect my my image. In just a bit, I'm going to, like I say, show you that one technique that you can do with this. Now, I played around with the colors. I wasn't sure what color bear that I really wanted to do. So at first I thought I wanted a really light bear, and then I changed my mind and I went with a darker bear because of the technique that I'm doing. So I am using the 500, which is part of the natural ones. I'm going to use my light and dark pecan pie. And another one that's a really important color that I'm going to use is the light crumb cake. I'm finding that that's going to be one of my best colors to help do the blending with it. Now I also had, I don't know where it is. Oh, I also used a bit of number 600 of the natural blends on here. So we're just going to go ahead and I'm just going to show you quickly how I'm going to color this. Can't remember how this went. Let's see. I'm going to come in with my pecan pie and let's go around. And I'm using the brush and I'm going to do just a bit of flicking. And then I'm going to start coloring on the inside. But like I say, it's going to be the technique that we're going to do afterwards with the stamping blends that will give a little bit more texture to this particular bear. So this is not normally how I would color with blends. I usually go in first and I'm going to saturate it with, I would saturate it with the lighter color, but I'm going in with this and then I'm going to come in, I think with my 500, just have to sort of see. And we're going to get a bit more color in there. And then it's the pecan pie that's going to be giving me that other color on here. So like I say, I'm just coming in, I'm laying this color down. You'll see in a bit why it will not be that, why it doesn't matter too much with the way that I'm doing this. Just like I say, you'll see in just a second here. So I'm just laying that color down. I want to make this a lighter color on the let's see, which one is this? That's a dark crumb cake. I want the light crumb cake. There we go. I'm just going to come in here and this is going to come in here and see, by putting those colors over top, I'm starting to get a different color of a brown for this bear. And we can also use a tiny bit of the darker pecan pie. And I'm just, like I say, I'm just using a bunch of different colors. And I think it's salad time for my dog, and I should have fed her before, but that's okay. She's going to have to behave. Awesome. Let's see what we've got going on here. Yes, an adorable baby card. You're so right, Felicia. Like this, yeah, just so cute. I'm going to come back in it with a bit of this pecan pie and just, actually, this is the darker one. I probably should have used a little bit lighter. All right, so we have that. Let's see. I'm thinking, let's blend this just a little bit, and I'm going to do that with my light crumb cake. Hello, Pam. So we're just going to get that. Going to come in after I do this technique, and you'll see. Now, like I said, remember I said I'm going to add a bit more texture, and I'm doing the texture actually with the ink, and we'll go and just get that. I need to have this fairly dark at this point. Okay, now this is the technique. Now this technique that I'm going to be doing is called the dirty cloth technique. So what you want is like a face cloth, and I used to have ones that I used just for this technique, and you want it to be, and how do I say this, a really cheap a really cheap face cloth. You want one with a lot of texture on there. And then I'm coming in with my rubbing alcohol, which is my isopropyl ink, and I've just barely got this on this part here. And now what I'm going to do is I'm coming in here, and I'm just going to take this, and now I am going to just dab on here, and this is going to give me the fur on my bear. See how I've done that now? Where what it's done is it's given me fur, and I could not have done that with markers had I tried, but there we go there. So that, you see, it was quite dark to begin with. Now I've got it to the point where it's lightened up, and we can just and that's called the dirty cloth technique. All right, so I'm going to come in. I want to put a tiny bit of the gray on the foot here, and I'm gonna you notice I didn't do the his nose piece. I didn't do that with the dirty cloth technique. And just come back in with the, oops. There we go. Now we want, of course, we need to have honey come out there. So I thought, well, Daffodil Delight is about the only color that's really going to reflect so much of the honey. So I've got some light Daffodil Delight. And let's go ahead and put a tiny bit of the dark for the shading. That. And then I'll just come in and just blend that together a bit. Now, I'm going to leave the pot white or white-ish. Awesome. I'm glad you made it home, Laura. Hello, Marjorie. It is a great technique. Thanks, Linda. You've never heard of that. Well, like I say, that was part of my, when I was certified, when I did that. So I am taking my light pool party, and I'm just going to kind of color in here. It's going to give us, really, it's just adding a tiny bit of color, but it's giving the appearance of the white jar. And then also, because I like to do this, I'm coming around with my pool party around the outside of my bear. And that's just going to make it pop off the card a little bit. Okay, so there is using the face cloth, and I think that's going to be the hardest thing, is for you to find a face cloth. I went into a real old rag bag and got that out of there. Okay, so now what I'm thinking is I want this guy right about here. And in these dies, there's some amazing different things that are in the dies. There's this branch. There's the beehive. There's also some of these leaves. So I've already gone ahead and cut some of those out. And I thought, well, this is going to go here. Now I also want this to be, let's see, I cut this branch out and I cut it out in crumb cake. Then I'm thinking to myself, do I want to do it in crumb cake or do I want to do it in pumpkin pie? And I think we're going to leave it in pumpkin pie. So let me just go ahead and put that on there. I don't know what it is with me and these dies that have got lots of little pieces. I just love having so many pieces. Yeah, there's, like I say, there's a lot of different techniques that you can play with. And there, we have that go like that. Now we're going to have this beehive go right about there. And I'm going to put that on with a dimensional. Just like so. And I want this over to a certain bit over here. You'll understand in just a second. And then this is just going to go like this. Now, this, I cut out a bunch of grass that I could put underneath here if I wanted to. But I might just leave that grass off. But then I can also go with these leaves and put these leaves on. Now, I'm not going to put them on with dimensionals. And let's see. Oh dear. Can't even pick this up. He is cute. Both branches. Well, there you go. There's a good idea. I think I'm actually, Kate, I think I'm just going to leave it off. Find that you could get too much kind of on this card, and I don't want, because I still have one more thing that I want to do on here to make it look more whimsical. There we go. This is going to come down here. Now, I also wanted to, and this has the cutest little bees in the in this stamp set, these ones here. So let me just bring out my memento again, and I'm going to have to bring a scratch piece because I'm not sure which way these bees go. There we go. So I can go ahead. Whoops. I want to make sure I don't stamp my image here or my background here. So let's just go here. And some right there. Look at that. Whoops. Bees a little. All right. All right. Then we've got this. This is going to go here. Now what I want to do is I want to go along, and I'm going to take my Stampin' Write marker, and I'm going to take the fine end. Oh, and I also want to put some words on here. So the words I think I want to put on here is I'm here for you. So let me just go ahead and put that there. I'm just going to put this right about there. Now I could pop it up, but I decided not to. I'm going to wait and put this on afterwards. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a piece of cardstock, and I am just going to go, and I'm going to bring this about like this. And this is where I'm going to make this a bit whimsical. All right. I'm just going to put some of this on there. See how we're just going to come around here. Let me just... And then we're just going to come down here as well. And this, like I say, just adds a bit of whimsy on there. And then this guy's going to come right about there. There we go. Now, also what I could do, and it would kind of take a little bit of the starkness off, is I'm going to come in with a blending brush and my Pool Party. And I'm just going to blend just a tiny bit of this on here. Not that you're going to see a whole lot of it. I just want to take the starkness off of there. All right, so then this can go here. And I'm going to put that on with dimensionals. Awesome. So let's go and put this on here. He is cute. Yeah, I think if I had had the branches, I think I would have, if I had them both the same color. I don't know. We'll see what happens when I put this on here. Now, this is going to go right about there. Now, I just want to add just a tiny bit more of something on here. And that's some of this linen thread. What I'm going to do is okay, let's see how that's going to look on there. Should have had come up here a little bit more. Let me just try again. I got to, my hands aren't wide enough to put that on there. It's really curly. You know what? I'm just going to do it like a bee's nest sort of thing, just all over the place. That's not even showing. You know what? Let's just take that off. All right. That. Kay still wants those two branches on there. I wouldn't mind it so much as if it was kind of the same color. So let me just go in and kind of color this. There That's what I'll do. Then I can cut that piece off. I'm going to color that just a bit more with the pecan pie. And I've got lots of leaves, so I can put some more leaves on there. Just to fill that spot up just a bit. Come there. You know what? I'm going to do it there. Oops. And then I can just put one of these leaves on there. There we go. Oh, thank you. So, like I say, make sure that you enter in. There we go. And then I'm just going to come here and trim this part off here. All right, now we can go ahead and finish our card. So this is just going to go on here like so. You know, I really want that twine on there. I don't know. Twine and this kind of just sort of resonates to me. See how this is going to look. I just want this twine on there. So let me just see if I can just wrap that around. Just to give a bit of woodsy look maybe. Now, if this isn't going to be tight enough, I can just go ahead and there we go. Let's go ahead. I'm stubborn, being very stubborn today. All right, so let's go there, put that on there. And then this can go onto the front of the card. Yeah, I can see so many uses, and I like what Felicia went and said about baby cards. Oh my goodness. That would be perfect. Yes. I like the little hamster. I'm sure that's a hamster. Fluffy, or the chubby cheeks. And then on the inside of the card, what we could do is we could put, you know what? Why don't I just take these bees and just put these bees in there? Something very subtle. I want to make sure that I've got that going the right way. Just bear with me here. There. There we go. Whoops. Didn't quite get that right. There we go. And that's just going to add to that. My goodness. Awesome. So our mystery challenge, I used texture. I used whimsical. Excuse me. And I used an animal. I challenge you not to use what I've used. I challenge you to go use a different stamp set. The Zoo Crew would work really good with this. Excuse me. So would the Ladybug. It would work. So would the Songbirds. That would work as well. So there we go. And I didn't put any embellishments on there other than, of course, that string. And I think that's why I just wanted to put something on there to do that. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you, Linda. Thanks, Lorraine. Okay, so what's happening tomorrow? My Now What series. I already know what I'm going to be using. So, but I'll keep that a secret until tomorrow. Um, but and just in case I change my mind, because I'm pretty good at doing that. Thank you. Thanks so much. And then let's see, what else have we got? And then on Saturday, we're back to a sketch challenge. Don't forget that if you are part of my team and you attended the team meeting in October, you get a make and take package, my thank you make and take. And also, if you're a customer of mine and you put in at least a $65 order, your make and take package will be in the mail for a fancy gold diorama card. You have until the end of October, and then I'll be doing it only in my Facebook group. I can't do it on YouTube just because of their silly regulations. But in any event, I will be doing that on the first Monday of the month. And you'll also get a PDF with 5 or 6 different other ones. So if you like that, give me the thumbs up, share my video. I really do appreciate it. That's one of the best forms of of um, of a compliment that you can give me. And yeah, so anyways, you guys, remember to create because it's great for the soul, and we will see you soon. Bye for now.